So we know that all companies are struggling at the moment, right? You know, trying to navigate this new world. But what was it about Sunway that drew you?
I guess why did I reach out to Sunway Group? It was more of Sarena Cheah. I thought that it is, I guess, timely to hear from the next gen as to what is it, because this is kind of like their first time. It's yours and my first time going through a crisis where we are full on working and different kind of responsibilities compared to 2 decades ago in 97, 98, where some of us were still studying or just graduated. And for Sunway, for Sarena Cheah, this I think during 97, 98, she had just graduated. She was 2 years into working. But contrast that to this crisis, I think it's her first time, deep in the trenches where she's working with the leadership team, with the Sunway Group, navigating through this whole crisis that is not only a health crisis, it's also an economic crisis globally. So I thought Sunway, in that sense, also has, they have 13 businesses, 13 businesses across the group over different countries. They have about 16,000 staff. So it'd be good to hear from her and from the group as to
like a fresh perspective, right?
Yeah, she gave a refreshing take on how they are navigating Sunway Group through COVID-19, and it was interesting to hear from her. I guess she shared some things as to what the group is doing. How I think one thing that struck to me was, she was saying that, Joyce, for COVID-19, in any crisis, survival mode is important, but then at the same time, growth. She was saying that having a growth mindset in a crisis is equally as essential. And I thought, and she shared their plans as to what Sunway Group is doing to grow. You can see that she's sharing with us how she thinks that it's a good time to plan and prepare, because she's saying that things will pick up. As you can see, that things are normalizing in a way already. So she's saying that we should plan and prepare for that pickup and to ensure that they're ready to seize opportunities at that time. And she says that even right now, they see opportunities, potential opportunities. That, of course, I've tried to find out what opportunities, and she said that it must add strategic value to the group. And but at the same time, of course, she cannot share too much with us yet until the time is right.
That's understandable.
But she hinted, that there are opportunities, but it must make sense to the group.
But one thing I found interesting is that she actually said, Sunway is in fact stronger than they were back in, during the Asian financial crisis. So what is their secret?
I think during the 97, 98 crisis, they went through a lot. I think their gearing at that time was nearly 2 times. And they had to restructure, they had to do a lot of things at that time because they were weak, of course, compared to now. And at that time, they even had to sell off the quarry business. And that was the first business that started off Sunway in the first place, right? So I guess they learned from that, and from there, they started to manage their balance sheet better when it comes to balance sheet management. And she shared that, they've had their gearing below 0.5 times for many years now, and today it's about 0.4 times. So it's, in their opinion, and I spoke to analysts as well, they think that's manageable for that group. It's a good level in terms of 0.4 it's okay for the groups.
I think one question that people have in their minds is that how are they really planning to ride out this pandemic?
Sarena shared that the 3 lessons learned during this was the 3 Fs. So to be fast, to be fair, and to have the future in mind. So to be fast, I guess, as she shared, during MCO, you don't have time to ponder upon, what you're going to do. You have to make decisions fast, right? And you can see that, that's where she believes that it's a good teamwork, all that helps them do a turnaround. But she was saying that there were tough decisions to be made. And like for example, the retail mall having to waive rental. That was not an easy decision to make, and then she shared that with us. And then there's also fairness. She believes that it should be fair to all stakeholders, including staff, and also have the future in mind. And I think it's the future in mind where digitizing Sunway comes along, where they plan to, accelerate the pace when it comes to the digital initiative, because they have been looking at they've been investing into digital since 2000. I think about 200 million ringgit since then, across from 2000 up to today, but they want to ramp that up. So in terms of that is digital investments into more of the back end, like to strengthen the whole Sunway Group in terms of their operations and all that, cut out inefficiencies. But then there's also the second part where they're looking into accelerating, digitizing, customer facing kind of things, where improve that whole improve that whole reach to customers through digital initiatives. And the third is to look at transforming Sunway by going into the digital segment. So I think it's news, everybody knows they're looking at digital banking license and all that. So I think they're looking at potential businesses or digital units or business models, revenue models, new revenue models that can transform Sunway, but it has a digital initiative or digital element to it. So I guess that is another way for them to kind of prepare them for what's ahead.
For more on the stories, pick up a copy of The Age Weekly at all good newsstands.